Hey everyone, I'm not Jamie. I'm Andrew, and typically I'm on the other side of that screen. However, this week Jamie's going to be making chicken and waffles, and I'm so excited about that. I said I can't wait to talk about it. So I wanted to go ahead and introduce you to this treat. It's amazing, it's delicious, and I'm going to send it over to the one who actually knows what they're doing in the kitchen because it is not me.
For this recipe, you're going to need chicken breasts or chicken thighs, whichever you prefer, some buttermilk, some breadcrumbs. I'm choosing to use panko breadcrumbs, and then whatever your favorite pancake or waffle mix is, some eggs, and then salt and pepper, and then whatever seasonings you want. I'm going to choose to use smoked paprika and rub sage. Okay guys, so to start this recipe, I have my chicken over here with some paper towel in between it, trying to soak up some of that excess moisture. And then I have 3 containers here that are gonna house my stations. So the great thing about this recipe is you can really tailor it to fit whatever you're feeling that day. I think we were missing Indiana a little bit in some of the southern food that is in the restaurants there. And so we kind of went with a southern flair today. But anyways, I'm gonna start with my pancake mix in here, my egg and buttermilk in this one, and then I'll finish in this one with the breadcrumb mixture. I do choose to do a small container for that because I always feel like when I'm going from my wet to my final step that there's always little blank spots in the bottom, so I do a smaller container to help prevent that, and it just makes it easier for me to coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour some stuff in here. I don't really have measurements. It's kind of based off of how much chicken I'm frying up. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that started. But before I start into that, I'm going to be using my air fryer tonight. It's hot in Arizona, so anything to avoid turning on my oven or my stove, I do. So I'm gonna use my air fryer, and I'm just gonna set it to 400. And I'm just gonna turn the time way up because it's probably gonna take me a few minutes to get everything set. But eventually, when we put the chicken in, it will only cook for about 25 minutes. waffles, your ingredients are going to be some vegetable oil, your waffle pancake mix, and some water. Basically, I'm just following the instructions on my boxed mix. You can absolutely whip up some homemade waffle batter. It's pretty simple, but I just didn't feel like it tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get my batter mixed up. Maybe. Yeah. So I have my waffle maker here. I went ahead and plugged it in. It automatically turns on. I do have like a temperature, or I guess browning control, and we like ours to be nice and crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside, so I have it set to 3. I'm gonna go ahead and let this heat up. I have my waffle batter all ready to go, and then I will go ahead and just pour about a half a cup of the batter into here per waffle. Okay, so if you don't have a waffle maker, just know that when the steam stops rolling out of it, that means it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it back over, open it up, and there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it off. I'm gonna set it here to cool, and I'm gonna make my next one. Okay, so here's a little tip. If you guys are not making a ton of waffles for a crowd and needing to put them in the oven to keep them warm, what I suggest is getting like just a cookie rack and taking the waffle and actually laying it on there to cool, because as you can see, hopefully you can see, there's all this condensation from the waffle sitting on there just for that little bit, and that will just make your waffle soggy. So I suggest putting it on our cooling rack like this, so that the air circulates and there's none of that condensation building up and it stays nice and crispy for you. Okay, so the air fryer just went off. So I'm gonna pull these out and look at that. They look amazing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull these out and place them on a plate. Oh no! It slipped.